At the brake system for the John Deere 440 wheel loader. So what it has is these two plates. The housing acts essentially as a pressure plate. The case, this outer case, acts as a pressure plate, and so there's a shoe goes in between the outer case or cover, and these plates, and another shoe goes in this, in between this, and will press against the outside of the final drive housing. So you'll need two discs. There are definitely two discs, and they go by spline number, but those you can order. So I have those in my list of parts to get. So you'll need to definitely get 4 of those usually. And what happens once that seal goes bad for that pinion shaft, the oil leaks out. There's a little bit of a lip inside there that holds a little bit of that oil or grease, but once it gets out too bad out of that seal, it'll start filling that up. Then it'll start seeping down the outside of the casing, which will fill this cover up. Once the cover starts getting some oil in there, obviously just glazes the brakes, but it also breaks down the surface of those discs, and they'll actually fall apart. So most of mine, the plates had separated from the steel part and had started breaking apart that material. So we'll take a look at what one of those brakes looks like. This is one of the brake pads. This one's not in too bad a shape, so I'll probably just kind of keep this one and just order 4 anyways, because I don't really want to come back in and do this. But basically that's what you have. You can clean these up. If yours aren't in too bad a shape, you can clean them up. What happens is there's not a whole lot of adjustment on these, so they basically work. But the reason they don't have a whole lot of adjustment is that there's balls inside of this. There's 2 little steel balls inside of here, and those balls kind of ride out on these sockets and spreads those 2 pressure plates into these shoes. So you either have brakes or you don't. By the time these get worn bad enough, you just don't have brakes and you got to replace the shoes anyways. So me personally, I don't want to come back into this because I have to mount a loader on all this. So it has a lot of side rails for the loader. So I'd rather just buy the brakes now, do it, and I'll probably keep this brake shoe in case one of those other brake shoes ever malfunctions. So that's the brake system for the John Deere 440 wheel loader.